Welcome to the show, Freddie Notes. All right, Freddie?
Yes, Chris.
How you doing?
I'm sweet as a nut.
Yeah?
Yes.
Was it good hearing that on the radio?
Oh, man, wicked.
And did you know when you recorded that how well it would do?
Well, yes, Chris. I did it at Chalk Farm Studio with Vic Carey.
Yeah? And
when I finish it, yes, Vic turned to me and says, Fred, I think you have a hit here.
right.
I remember Clyde McFatter, Rico Radwickett, Philip Chin, a lot of boys was in the studio that time. And yes, you know, and I managed to do a good job on it.
Yeah, you did. It's a great song.
Yeah, thank you.
How did you first get into music then, Freddie?
Well, it started way back when I was about 4. Even my mom says to me she didn't really think I would remember that, but it was my 4th birthday, and she bought me a plastic trumpet. And the first song I played on it was Slow Boat to China.
That was it?
Yes, and everybody thought I was good, and then start going to school. And I was very good at sports, but didn't want to do it because I don't like hurting myself.
No, you don't like to do that now.
Yeah,
I didn't
anyway,
either. I was quite good at rugby, but I was always getting hurt, so I thought,
yes.
you know, I don't want to be dealing with this. Music's much better, isn't it?
Yes, the music is, you know, life. It's the language that I know. Yeah, it started back in school. A teacher discovered me. Her name was Mrs. Foster. And she heard me singing underneath the window of the classroom and called me in and give me a song. It was a funny song called I Wish I Was Single Again. Because when I am single, my pocket could jingle. I wish I was single again. And, you know, and I put a lot of coins in my pocket, and when I get to that part of the song, I start jingle it, and, you know, and the whole school went, you know, mad because I was just being me. And from then on, I just maintained that kind of attitude amongst my friends. We used to play good music without any instrument.
Well, you're definitely good if you can, you know, do a song without instruments. I mean,
we used to do that, you know, like, you know, Friday nights and thing when all the dads them come home and they went to a bar, like what we call the pub here, and they drink. We used to stay outside, and that's where we get our little hustling, like, you know.
Yeah.
And we would sing, like one guy would be playing bass with his mouth, and the next one would be doing another instrument, that thing, and I would do some wicked song like many long years ago, a fella named Robin Hood used to rob the rich with every chance he could. You know what I mean? Those kind of things. And, you know, from there, all my friends them give me good moral support, and, you know, and then when I came to England, I did 2 songs in Jamaica. One, Rosabelle, and I'm Not Worthy, with the magic note. And then when I come here, I form a band in Brixton, and then we become the #1 reggae band in the country.
So that isn't bad going, is it?
Yes. We back every artist you can name. You know, even that Derek Morgan, do the moonwalk.
The moon hop.
Yeah, I am the one who played the intro on it, because they were in the studio mucking about, and I just get mad and said, this is how you do it. And, you know, I played, and the drum I used was those little bongos. It go, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I did that with
Such a great song.
Palmer. Yeah, it's a nice song.
Yeah.
It's a nice song.
Really nice song. And so, just on singers then, who are your favourite singers from the past and today?
Well, You mean in
Good
Jamaica
question,
or
but-
internationally?
Both. Can
Well,
be either.
internationally is the great Otis Redding.
Ah, brilliant, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, and in Jamaica, again, both of my favorite passed on, Delroy Wilson.
Yeah.
You know, Delroy, I used to love Delroy. I used to pick him up when he was a kid at going to school and take him round to Coxon. And we used to rehearse him in a whole bus terminal down King Street. You know, and remember when he did his first appearance at the Ward Theatre.
And you were a fan ever since then, I suppose, a long
yes,
time.
I'm a fan ever since. I love him, you know.
Yeah. And you're doing something quite interesting soon, aren't you, at London 2012. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yes, I was approached by a representative of Chris Blackwell, and he wanted to do the interview with all the artists who start reggae music in this country. And, you know, me, Jimmy James and the Vagabond, Owen Gray, Winston Francis, and Al Capone, a couple of us, Tony Washington. So they interview us and decide to archive the interview and thing. And then they call me again to do a photo shoot and come up with this brilliant idea to do a thing called The Original.
The original singers who brought the music to England.
Yes, yes. You know, I was the first reggae band in this country. You know, long before Riley's. He was a version of me.
So, what was it like then when you all got together? I mean, did the ideas just come naturally, or...?
Well, they reckon that it's time now that the younger generation realize where their music actually come from and how it divert into a more British ideology. You understand? And, you know, a lot of young people like it. I get a lot of calls from them. And some of them are surprised when they actually see me perform, which they haven't seen me do a full show.
I did. I saw in that documentary, and you still got it. You still got the moves.
Yes. Yeah, thanks. You know, and...
But yeah, people will always love the music, because it's great music, isn't it? And
yes,
great music never dies.
Yes, and I remember when we were doing those music here, it was nothing but pure love. You know what I mean? We never had, you know, no problem with young people getting excited and thing. You know, everything was nice.
Yeah.
Until I went away for a long time, traveling, touring. New Zealand, Australia, New York, you know, Morocco.
All around the world then?
Yes, I've been around with it. Montego Bay carried me out a lot of places. Montego Bay carried me to a lot of places, take me there, you know, and when I came back, this was in the 80s, when I came back to London, I was very upset and shocked to see what was happening. You know, because when I travel abroad, everybody's everybody, you know. I don't see racism, I don't see prejudice, I don't see bigotry. You know, when I come here, I was shocked to see what was happening, because we were doing the music in England here. We were all associated with musicians and singers and dancers and all that. So we never really get involved in these diverse attitude and behavior pattern that we're encountering as the year go by. And I decided to do something about it after the 1980 riot, which I was commended by the Metropolitan Police for significant contribution in the Metropolitan Division of Kennington. And I was supposed to get an MD, but they gave it to the policeman that I work with. His name is Bob Fred, and he resigned. He says it wasn't fair. Because Fred opened the gate, you know, Fred had the key. But I says to him, I didn't do this for a pat on the shoulder. I set up an organization, both of us, called the Ethelred Estate Community Youth Club. And it's now running for 30 years.
Oh, that's a long time. Is that like youth clubs around everywhere, pretty much, or is that in London, or...?
Yes, it's in London, in Kennington.
Kennington,
Yes. It's well known. The kids doesn't call it the Ethelred, they call it Freddie's.
Freddie's? Oh.
Yes.
Let's go to Freddie's. That's great, though, because youth clubs, you know, when you're younger, you need somewhere to go. I went to my local youth club, and, yeah, it's just somewhere to go, and it's somewhere to see your friends and to do things.
Most of those DJ here, you know, Sugar Dread, all of them start from this club here. Ja Revelation, Cesar Ruben, you name them. All of the you know, evil Irie, who unfortunately died the other day under some serious situation. They all start in my club. The photographer there still, you know, on the wall and things. And, you know, those guys pay me a lot of respect and love. And, you know, I said to them, hey, man, I'm a old man now. They said, Freddie, you can never get old. Not doing what I see you doing. Because I said, no, when you learn to ride a bicycle, you never forget. You may go on it after a long time and get shaky, but after you get your balance, you're on your way again.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
So, where can people find out about the latest project that you're doing for the London 2012?
Right. Well, they can go on Facebook and, you know, punch in the originals, players of instrument and singers of songs.
And there's a page there, isn't there? And there's lots of clips. Yeah,
there's a page and some clips.
Yeah, I saw the little documentary clip. I thought that was really good.
All right. Did you see the one where I was doing the shuffle?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I said you still got the moves because he was saying on there, you know.
You should have seen the era that I done that in. The cameraman, they were shocked. One of them was their young lad. You know, I think he's Mexican. He's a very good cameraman. And he says, he went home and says to his mom, you better start feeding me some Jamaican food. Because what I see that man did, I'm 30, Mom, and I can't do it.
Yeah, great moves.
I said, nah, it's all in the blood. It's all in the blood. I went to support Eddie Capone. He was launching an album at the New Crossing.
Really?
Yes, so I went.
What was he like then?
Well, it was nice when I went there, you know. So he's got everything, like, organized properly. I love it. But then after he was finishing his show, he called me on. Surprisingly, I didn't expect that, you know. So I went on. 1.5 minutes and the place was upside down. And all the young people, especially the young white fans, them, who didn't know me.
Yeah.
They, you know, these kids are in their 1920s, 22, 20. They all come up to me and says, oh, you should take up this thing serious, man. You're good. And everybody was laughing. One guy burst out and said, that's the great Freddie note. I said, take the great off it.
Well, they knew who you were then, you know.
Yes.
Well, it's been fantastic talking to you, Freddie.
It's a pleasure, Chris, man.
No worries. It's been great. And I'm sure we'll have you on again soon when you... because are you planning on actually releasing the song that you do for the Olympics, or...?
Yes, well... I've wrote that song, you know, players of instrument and singers of.
Oh, you wrote the song, did you?
Yeah, I wrote that song.
Oh,
yes.
Right, I didn't realise. Cool.
Yes, I wrote that, and you know, it's like I'm in the studio at the moment. You know, I'm just working on the album. Yeah, I'm coming out with a nice album, all brand new material, new bass line, everything. But what I'm going to do, Chris, as soon as I finish one, I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yes, you listen, you know, you see where we're coming from.
Yeah, definitely, and I'll definitely be playing it on the show, because I like what I saw on the documentary, and it looks like it's going to be really good.
Well, yes, you know, a lot of people, we have some little a sample magazine that they send around to all the artists, you know.
Mm.
And it's really beautiful. Some good pictures inside of them and little brief synopsis of who the artists are and where we come from. And I think it's going to be good. You know, I think at the moment, you know, the book came from a television company called Palm Pictures. Have you ever heard of them?
No, I haven't actually, Freddie.
Yeah.
Do you know more about them, or?
Well, I'm having an interview or an appointment with one of the producers.
Oh, that's great.
This week. So I'll talk to him about you. I says, go on Meridian FM.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yes, you know, all my friends gonna go on that now. You know, there's about 7 are we here.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'll have them all on the show because they're all great singers, and it's great to find out, you know, how it all began. Because on my show, I play two-tone, which is of course from ska originally, but you know, ska is the original, and it's great to talk to the singers who originally brought the music over here, and you're one of them. So it's really great to talk to you tonight.
Yes, we are. You know, I mean, it's so nice when I go to Jamaica. They show great appreciation. You know, some of the young little up and come up sing, and them say, "Yeah, man, it's man like you go England, go pave the way for you." Blessed my soldier, man. Enough respect, man. As long as you don't do it with love.
Yeah.
I says everything will be all right. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's what music is, isn't it?
Yes, that's what exactly.
That's what makes music brilliant.
It's an international language.
You can't beat it.
Can't beat it, no. And you know, we have to big up DJs like yourself, you know, because the interest you put in our music and thing make us feel good. It you know, it generates something into us. You know?
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's
the truth. It's evidence that somebody else is listening.
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah, we get lots of listeners to the show, and yeah. Well, thanks a lot for coming on the show, Freddie. It's been brilliant.
I want to tell them I'm still the best dancer out there.
You're still the best dancer, are you? Yeah. You should see me dance. No, I can't dance. Let's be honest. No, I'm not a great dancer. I play the music. I don't dance. But
okay.
All right then.
No, man, you can dance, man.
Yeah.
Even if you're old and cannot shake your leg, we appreciate it if you shake your head.
Yeah. I'll give it a go. You know.
All right.
I'm wearing my pork pie hat in the studio, so.
Wicked.
You know. All right then. See you later, Freddie. Thanks for coming on the show.
Chris, and keep the link.
Sure. All right then.
Bless you, sir.
Catch you later.
Yes, sir.
Babylon, you're gone down. Babylon, you're gone down. Babylon, you're gone. Babylon, you're gone. On your throne, gone down. Upon this holy mountain I stand. Babylon, you're gone. Babylon, you're gone down. You bet you gone down. Lies, I bet you gone down. Lies, I bet you gone. Lies, I bet you gone. On your throne, gone down. Upon this holy mountain, my Lord stand. Babylon, you're gone. Babylon, you're gone down. Oppressors, you gone down, down. Oppressors, you gone down, down, down. Oppressors, you gone. Oppressors, you gone. And your throne gone down. Upon this holy mountain, my Lord stand. Oppressors, you gone. Oppressors, you gone down. my door stand. Babylon, you're gone. Babylon, you're gone. Don't